Hello, fourth grade. It's Miss Carmack here with your Tuesday reading lesson. So we are in our Wonders book. We are starting on page 78. This is also assigned to you online. So what we are reading this week, it's not exactly a story or anything. It reads more like an article. It is called Dollars and Cents. Behind the success of these big businesses is a desire to help others. So here we have like a main title, Dollars and Cents, cleverly written with a dollar sign for the S. And then we have something like a subtitle right below that. It's like a second title that's here to explain what dollars and cents means. So our central question this week is, how can starting a business help others? So that gives me a clue here that maybe we're about to read about these business owners that like to give back to a community, or maybe they like to do charity. And I see someone here putting shoes on someone else's feet. They look brand new to me because they don't look dirty or torn or anything. So I feel like maybe we could be reading about someone with a shoe company. And I actually recognize these shoes too. Okay, so we're going to get started. Good business is not always about the bottom line. A compassionate company or kind and caring company knows that making money is not the only way to measure success. Many large businesses in the United States and all over the world are finding unusual ways to help people in need. So good business is not always the bottom line. I wonder what that means. So when someone says the bottom line, it usually means the main point of something. And if a business is doing well, they're usually making a lot of money. So for these businesses that we're going to read about, their main priority is not to make money, but they also know that it's not just about making money, it's also about giving back to people who need help. Hearts and souls, very clever subheading there. So notice that it's spelled S-O-L-E-S, like the soles of a shoe, the bottom half of a shoe, not like S-O-U-L-S, like a person's soul. After starting and running 4 businesses, that's a lot, Blake Mycoskie wanted a break from his usual routine. So routine is like a schedule you follow every day. In 2006, he traveled to Argentina in South America, and while he was there, he learned to sail and dance. He also visited poor villages where very few of the children had shoes. That explains this photo here. Mycoskie decided he had to do something. I'm going to start a shoe company, and for every pair I sell, I'm going to give 1 pair to a kid in need. That's awesome. For this new undertaking, so undertaking is like a project that you start. Mycoskie started the business using his own money. He named it Tom's, Shoes for Tomorrow. So I don't know if anyone has seen Tom's before. They look like this. I usually see them in Target. I had a pair for a while. The slip-on shoes are modeled on shoes that are traditionally worn by Argentine workers. Mycoskie immediately set up his innovative, something innovative is something new that's not been done before, 1-for-1 program. Tom's gives away 1 pair of shoes for every pair that is purchased. Later that year, Mycoskie returned to Argentina and gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes. That's a lot of shoes. By 2011, Tom's had donated over 1 million pairs. How awesome is that? And they all go to someone in need. So here's a picture of Tom's employees unpacking shoes. It's a lot of boxes. The company has expanded to sell eyeglasses. In a similar program, 1 pair of eyeglasses is donated for every pair that is bought. Mycoskie is pleased and surprised. I always thought I would spend the first half of my life making money and the second half giving it away. There we go. Mykoski says, I never thought I could do both at the same time. Giving back rocks. Have you ever seen a Hard Rock Cafe? The company runs restaurants and hotels. So I know I've been to one a few times. I don't know about the rest of you. They're usually in big cities. I'm not sure if there's one in Indianapolis or not, but it's a restaurant. They have basic American food like burgers and sandwiches and fries. You'll know when it's a Hard Rock Cafe because there's a big light up guitar on the sign. The company runs restaurants and hotels. In 1990, the company launched a new enterprise. So, an enterprise is like a business, charity. So, charity, we usually use this word to refer to companies and organizations that help people in need. Since then, it has given away millions of dollars to different causes. Its motto is love all, serve all. So, motto is like a saying that somebody has. So, they give away millions of dollars to different causes. So, a cause is usually like a group of people that are working together for the same purpose. So, an example of a cause might be a group of people working together to make sure everyone has clothes, like a good fitting pair of clothes or shoes or glasses, or making sure that some causes might work for providing homes for homeless people. Just some examples. One way the company raises funds for charity is by selling a line of t-shirts. The process starts with rock stars designing the art that goes on the shirts. Then the shirts are sold on the internet. Part of the money that is raised from the sales of the shirts is given to charity. Employees at Hard Rock Cafe locations are encouraged to raise money for their community. Every store does it differently. So here's the picture of an inside of a Hard Rock Cafe. The restaurant in Hollywood, Florida, worked with some exceptional students, or another word for exceptional might be extraordinary, amazing, from two Florida high schools. Together, they put on an event to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The foundation grants wishes to children with serious medical problems. So I don't know if anyone's heard of Make-A-Wish before, but they like to do special things for kids who are dying. And a lot of times it's when kids want to meet their heroes. I know that the actors and actresses from the Avengers movies have done Make-A-Wish things before. They will go and spend time with a kid. It's pretty cool. The bottom line, every day companies are thinking of innovative ways to give back to their community. If you own a business, making a profit is important. So when we say making a profit, it means that they're making money off of what they do. However, helping others is just as important as the bottom line. Helping others is good business. Okay, so let's take a look at this text feature here. So this is a bar graph. We started learning about these in math, right? So this should look familiar. So this is labeled top 5 biggest charities. So we have United Way Worldwide, Salvation Army. You've probably heard of some of these. AmeriCares, Feed the Children, Food for the Poor. And then we also see some really big dollar amounts here. So if we look at the caption underneath, it says individuals as well as businesses are committed to helping people in need. This graph shows the American charities that got the most donations in one recent year and how much money they raised. Okay, so that kind of explains what these dollar amounts are for. So this is how much money these companies have raised in 1 year. So these are some pretty big numbers, right? Look at how many commas there are, right? There's like 3. So that's a lot of money. And then this also shows that United Way raised the most. Okay. So in your Wonders book, you might notice that this reading that we have this week is actually labeled as a persuasive article. And why is it called a persuasive article? Well, the word persuade means to convince someone. You're trying to make an argument to convince another person of something that you believe you're right about. So remember in writing that one of our genres is persuasive writing. So we just read something that is considered a persuasive article. So we have to think, what is this article trying to convince us about? Well, that is for you to figure out on your own in your assignment for today.